Hi everybody in YouTube land. I'm here doing a model record, and I'm doing this video for a couple people that have shown me what their models look like after they were done doing this Superstone's Firestone pickup truck, the 4x4. It did have a lot of problems. I've had to overcome a lot of build issues with it, that a lot of the parts didn't match up. Overall, it was still a fun build to do, and the actual Firestone symbols, I put them on there and built it the actual way because I worked for the company. I wanted to do this video because of the things that I had to overcome on this model, which took a lot of time. I mean, there was a lot of issues that I saw, and I'll show you a couple of them. As you can see, the bed didn't match. I tried to get it to match as best as possible. A lot of things were very much, they were issues with parts just not looking right going together. As you can see, that the bed at the bottom really didn't match the top. That was another issue. But like I said, overall it was pretty fun to build. I mean, I had a good time with it. The paint scheme, I followed the Firestone Superstone's paint scheme, and I did all the let's say washing of the front. I did the black wash on the grill. Used the Superstone's Firestone license plate. Did the black paint on the hood, which was really cool. I mean, took me a little bit to do it, but I actually got it right and got the lines pretty good. You can even see on the actual Firestone, the Firestone visor, there was a break in it right over on the side, and there was one in the middle. I had to actually push them back together. I had some real bad issues with the decals. So it wasn't too bad, though. I mean, I had to get a lot of stuff together, but, you know, it wasn't too bad. Also, I had, you know, like, I've had a lot of issues with trying to match the paint to the decals. That was another issue I had. I used acrylic paint instead of doing the enamel. I've always had problems in the past with the enamel. The plain side of it was just trying to get all this stuff to match up. As you can see, right down inside of the frame itself, I have the frame here where the bumper was supposed to go. I actually had to glue the bumper up to the back of the bed. There was no other way to overcome it. It was just one of those things. In order to actually match the bed, I actually went underneath where the bed actually touches the frame. I went and used part of the tree that I was taking pieces off of. I had to cut them and glue them to the bed where they were going to touch the frame, and then I sanded them down and kept putting the bed back onto the frame to make sure that it matched the front as best as I could. That also turned out to be somewhat of a pain. The other pain was the drive shafts didn't actually match up to the transfer case, and the back drive shaft did the same thing. I ended up taking the center of a Q-tip and I cut the ends off of it and slid the pieces of the axle shaft into it to make up for the shortened length. It was one of those things that just popped off the top of my head just to do it. So overall it came out pretty good. I really do like the model. I really, you know, it was a challenge building it, and it just, you know, really came out not exactly straight as I wanted and straight as I've built other models, but it turned out really good. Even on the engine, I turned around and, you know, I did a little bit, very little on the detailing of the engine. Hood gives me a fit. I did just the regular old Ford blue, and I didn't even worry about doing wires or anything like that. I was thinking about doing some wiring, but didn't. Just did very, very little detailing on, the inside. But there it is, and the engine is, matter of fact, the inside, that's the inside. I started doing a lot of detailing and then went down and shortened it up a little bit because I really didn't want to take too much time, because I was starting to get a little bit, I was doing this for probably about 8 months, so it was taking up a little bit of time, but it was a pretty fun build. I mean, I do really, really like the car. I liked a lot of hints and tips that were given to me off of YouTube. Really appreciated what they were doing for me. And, well, that's it. That's the end of the video. And I appreciate you watching. And this is one of my first model videos that I've ever done. This is actually the second video I've ever put on YouTube. So I hope you appreciate it, and I hope you really like it. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments area, and I'll try to answer them as fast as I can. And thank you very much, and bye.